7 ways to bring down your giant. Goliath was 9 feet 4 inches. The coat of maul that he wore, the weight was 50 kg. But David confronted and brought him down. If you want to bring down your giant, number 1, the presence of God. You must carry the presence of God against your giant, against your mountain. Number 2, let the reward be the motivation. In verse 25, David asks, what shall be the reward of the man who will kill this uncircumcised Philistine and take away the reproach from Israel? Of course, they answered him, and that acted as a motivation and a buffer for him to bring him down. Number 3, to bring down your giant, don't listen to discouragers. There are those who failed at what you're trying to do. In verse 30, the senior brother Eliab said, have you come here to show your naughtiness? But he turned away from him. Number 4, courage. In verse 32, David said to the king, let no man's heart fail him. You can imagine, it took courage to say that to the king who was afraid himself. Number 5, you need the right weapons against your giant. Though the Bible says the weapon of our warfare not carnal but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, but David went and collected 5 smooth stones and he used one against the giant and he came down. Number 6, confront your giant. Don't run away from your giant. In verse 46, David responded to the giant. He said, you have come against me, but I will kill you and cut off your head. Number 7 and the last, don't be afraid to stand alone. David stood alone, advanced alone, spoke to the giant alone. You see, we live in a society where you fight alone, but the spoils will attract others. You fight alone, war alone, but just like Samson, when there's honey in your hand, everybody will come out. I will see you in the next video.